Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters. Today we are going to reflect upon one of the most beautiful and moving stories in the Holy Qur'an, the story of Hazrat Yousaf alayhi salam, known in the Bible as Joseph. Allah himself calls this story Ahsan al-Qasas, the best of stories. The story of Hazrat Yousaf, as is more than just history, it is a mirror that reflects every human emotion: love, jealousy, betrayal, patience, faith, forgiveness, and victory. It shows how Allah's plan unfolds perfectly, even through the deepest pain. The blessed beginning Hazrat Yousaf, as was the beloved son of Hazrat Yaqub, as also known as Prophet Jacob. From childhood, Yousaf was different, intelligent, kind, and pure-hearted. His father saw in him the signs of prophethood. One night young Yousaf saw a powerful dream. He said, "O my father, indeed I saw 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me." Surah Yusuf 12. For Prophet Yaqub as immediately realized that this dream was no ordinary vision. It was a prophecy from Allah, a sign that his son would one day be elevated to great honor. But he also advised Yousaf, "O my son, do not relate your vision to your brothers, or they will contrive against you a plan. Indeed, Satan is a clear enemy to man." 12. 5. The jealousy and the Yousaf's brothers grew jealous of their father's affection toward him. They could not bear to see how much love and attention Yousaf received. Out of envy, they plotted against him. One day, they asked their father to let Yousaf come with them to play. Yaqub, as though hesitant, finally agreed, trusting them. But instead of care, they showed cruelty. They threw their innocent brother into a deep, dark well. As they returned home, they stained Yousaf's shirt with false blood and told their father, "A wolf has eaten him." Imagine the pain of Yaqub as a father who lost his son, yet knew deep inside that something was not right. He cried until, as the Qur'an says, his eyes became white with sorrow, for he was suppressing his grief. 1284. But even in grief, Yaqub has said, "I only complain of my suffering and my grief to Allah." 1286. This is the first great lesson: patience, sabr, and trust in Allah, tawakkul, even when everything seems lost. From the well to Egypt, a caravan traveling to Egypt stopped by the well and discovered Yousaf. They pulled him out and sold him as a slave. He was purchased by a nobleman known as Al-Aziz, a minister of Egypt. Despite being a slave, Yousaf's noble character shone. Allah blessed him with wisdom, beauty, and honesty. The Qur'an says, "When Yousaf reached maturity, we gave him wisdom and knowledge. Thus do we reward the doers of good." 1222. The test of temptation, the next major test, came in the house of Al-Aziz. The wife of Al-Aziz was attracted to Yousaf and tried to seduce him. But Yousaf as refused and said, "I seek the refuge of Allah. Truly, He is my master, who has made my stay comfortable. Surely the wrongdoers will not succeed." 1223. He chose the path of purity over desire. Yet even after doing right, he was falsely accused and thrown into prison. This is another deep lesson. Sometimes doing the right thing brings trials, but those trials are the path to greatness. In the darkness of prison, even in prison, Yousaf has remained patient and kind. He preached about Allah to other prisoners and interpreted their dreams truthfully. One of them was later freed and served the king. When the king of Egypt had a strange dream, 7 fat cows being eaten by 7 thin cows, no one could interpret it. That's when Yousaf's name was remembered. He was called to the king's court. Yousaf as explained, "You will have 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of severe famine. Save food during the good years for the hard times ahead." The king was amazed by his wisdom and insight. He freed Yousaf and appointed him as the treasurer of Egypt, responsible for managing the nation's resources. From the darkness of a prison cell, Allah elevated Yousaf to the light of power and leadership. From prisoner to minister, Yousaf has managed Egypt's resources so wisely that when the famine struck, the entire nation and neighboring lands turned to him for help. Among those who came were his own brothers. They didn't recognize him, but Yousaf knew them immediately. Imagine the emotion in that moment. The same brothers who threw him into the well now stood before him, seeking food and mercy. But Yousaf did not take revenge. Instead, he tested them to see if they had changed. Eventually, when they realized the truth, they felt deep shame and said, "By Allah, Allah has certainly preferred you over us, and we were indeed sinners." 1291 Yousaf replied with one of the most beautiful verses in the Qur'an, "No blame will there be upon you today. May Allah forgive you, and He is the most merciful of the merciful." 1292 This is the lesson of forgiveness, the mark of true greatness. The reunion and fulfillment of the dream later. Yousaf was reunited with his beloved father Yaqub. When his family entered Egypt, Yousaf welcomed them with love and honor. At that moment his childhood dream came true. The 11 stars, the sun, and the moon bowed before him, a symbol of his family's respect and the fulfillment of Allah's promise. He said, "My Lord, you have given me authority and taught me the interpretation of dreams. Creator of the heavens and the earth, you are my protector in this world and the hereafter. Cause me to die a Muslim and join me with the righteous." 101 The timeless lessons of Yousaf as dear brothers and sisters. The story of Hazrat Yousaf as is full of timeless wisdom. Patience in hardship from the well to the prison. He never lost faith. Purity of heart. He resisted temptation and remained steadfast. Faith in Allah's plan. Every trial was a step toward his destiny. Forgiveness. He forgave those who wronged him when he had full power. Humility in success, even as a ruler. He thanked Allah for every blessing. His life teaches us that Allah never forgets his servants. When people betray you, when the world turns against you, Allah is preparing you for something greater. Conclusion. The story of Hazrat Yousaf as is not just a tale of one man, it's the story of every believer who faces trials in life. It tells us that patience is not weakness, but strength, and that faith is not blind hope, but the light that guides through darkness. So if you ever feel trapped in a well, whether it's sadness, loss, or injustice, remember Yousaf. Remember that the same Allah who brought him from the well to the throne can bring you from despair to victory. May Allah grant us the patience of Yousaf, the wisdom of Yaqub, and the strength to forgive like they did. Ameen. Thank you.